If you're a junior developer, really your number one goal should be to become a senior level developer. And today I want to share with you three really important words that will help you move from being a junior developer to being a senior developer in the most successful way you possibly can. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but if you have these three character qualities, it's going to greatly increase the probability of your success in transitioning from junior dev to senior dev status. So let's dive in. Hey, junior devs, Dev Mentor Dave here, helping you bridge the gap from learning to code to launching a successful career. And the biggest part of that success is moving from junior level status to senior level status. And you may wonder why I say that really should be your goal when there's lots of other goals that people might have. You might have financial goals. You might have specific goals of learning a specific language or getting a specific job title. But in the end, what you're really looking for is being a senior level developer, because in the end, senior level developers are the ones that companies are looking for. They're the ones who are most qualified for most of those roles that you see out there that are available. And frankly, it's going to earn you the most money. So what are these three keys that are going to actually help you move from junior to senior level status? Well, last weekend I was messing around and looking at some new things in the Laravel framework that I had not messed with before. I was looking at some of the new functionality around Livewire, which has been recently introduced into the Laravel framework. Well, recently for me. I think it's been around for a few years. I was just trying to learn more and enjoying learning more about Laravel and Livewire and Alpine.js and kind of lots of different things all at once. But it was mostly for my own edification. I wanted to know more about the platform that I use pretty much every single day. And that really is the first key to moving from junior status to senior status. That is passion for learning about development. Whether you're a game developer, whether you're a web developer, or somewhere in between, mobile app developer, something like that, whatever it is that you're pursuing, that you're learning, you have to have a passion for it. You have to have something in that realm that drives you, that keeps you moving forward. Because if you're just trying to get a better paying job, that's not the real reason that's going to motivate you long term. If you want to be motivated to go from junior level to senior level, it's going to take a lot of work. And so you need to have a passion for what you're doing. I've talked to many people in the Dev Mentor Dave Discord channel or via LinkedIn or even comments here on YouTube. And one of the interesting things I found is most of the people that are really putting in the effort, they're doing it because there's something about it that excites them. There's something that inflames their passion. They want to learn. They're just driven to learn. They want to learn more. And if you're not that type of person, or if learning development doesn't do that for you, it's going to be really difficult for you to move from junior level to senior level status, because there's nothing really that's going to be driving you to do that. That's going to be driving you in those evenings or weekends, like me, just learning something new because you're passionate about that subject. So if you want to move from junior level to senior level developer, you have to have a passion for what you're doing. Unfortunately, even with a great passion for what you're trying to learn, it can still be very difficult, especially when things are not quite working out the way that you want them to work out. As developers, we deal with bugs all the time. In fact, just recently, I spent probably half a day working on one main issue with a product that I was working on, and it was very frustrating. But as I kept going, as I kept working at it, and as I kept just going down the rabbit trail of error after error and fixing and looking at the code and trying to figure out what the problem is, I finally found the solution. I was able to get the product to work the way that it was supposed to work and be able to push out that pull request and move forward with my day. And that's the second thing that you really need to go from junior dev to senior dev. That is persistence. Not only do you have to have a passion for it and enjoy it, but you have to be persistent even through the hard times, because there are going to be hard times. As you're learning code, there's going to be things that just don't make sense right away. There's going to be things that are hard for you to understand, and you're going to have to go over it and over it and over it. You're going to have to be persistent in trying to learn it and try to understand it. And then even after you've learned something, you have to put that into action as a developer. You have to actually do the code. You have to actually write code. You have to actually build things, and you're going to run into bugs. You're going to run into problems. Things are not going to work the way that you think they should work when you wrote it the first time. That's just the reality of development. And so you need persistence to keep moving forward, to figure out what that problem is, to figure out what the solution is, and to figure out where we need to go from here. At the end of the day, if you're not persistent, you're just going to give up and you'll never make it from junior status to senior status. One of the most frustrating and yet enjoyable aspects of being a developer and learning new things and learning new languages and frameworks and tools and all these things that we get to learn is that really when we're learning, we're just barely scratching the surface. As I was going through this tutorial series over the weekend, I got through the end. It was about an hour or maybe 2 hours worth of time. And I looked down and saw that there were many more hours of videos to go. And that was kind of just an introduction to the topic. And at first I was like, oh man, I don't want to spend more time learning this. But then I was like, well, let's get into it. And so I started building a little bit with it. And I realized, okay, I need to learn more. I need to see what else is possible with this. So I went to the documentation and started looking at some of that. And you need to understand that it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time to really understand deeply and to really apply it well. So not only do you need passion and persistence, but most of all, you need patience. Let's be honest, this is a hard one for pretty much anybody, but for junior developers especially, because you see all the great things that are possibilities for you in this new career, but it's going to take time to get there. And unfortunately, a lot of people sell you on the idea that it's going to just take 6 months or 12 months and you'll know everything that you need to really be successful. And that it just isn't the case. It's going to take a lot of time working on your own and trying to figure stuff out. Yes, you can have mentors. Yes, you can get help. But at the end of the day, you're going to have patience, understanding how you learn, how you grow, understanding the speed at which you can learn things and the speed at which you can grow, and realize that it's going to take time. Don't get frustrated with the amount of time that your journey is taking you. Everyone is different. Everyone's journey is different from where they started to where they're going to finish. Everyone's journey is different and how long it's going to take and the specific things that they're going to learn. So don't compare yourselves with other junior devs, and certainly don't compare yourselves with senior devs because they've already done all that learning. You need to be patient with the process and be persistent and have passion as you go about it. Hey, I hope this video has been a help to you on your journey as a junior developer. And if so, if you would click the like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it, as it tells YouTube, hey, people are interested in this. And if you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button so you get notified each time that I upload a video, either a standalone video or maybe a video on our series, or when we go live. Thanks for spending time with me today, and I'll see you on the next one.